Good evening, YouTube. How's it going? Hey, folks. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Wednesday. Oh, feels like it's been a long week. I am looking forward to. Well, I guess tomorrow's my last day of work because I'm off on Friday, just to get some writing done, though. Hey, Great Way North. How are you? How's it going? How are you? Yeah, so here we are. It's I'm sad to be missing. I think a lot of folks are watching the Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I guess it's a competition or stream race, charity stream thing that Retro Game Brews is doing right now. I saw a little bit of it and it seemed pretty cool, but I have to do my stream, so here I am. Hey, Disney Dame. Hello from the hot tub at the Polynesian Resort at Walt Disney World. Hello. Thanks for sharing the stream, GWN. Adam Heine, how are you? And hey, Michelle. Cool. Good. Glad to see you guys. I was thinking it was going to be pretty light tonight. So here, let me start this. Yeah, we're at Miss Pac-Man. I've played Miss Pac-Man before, of course. I've played it in the arcades a lot, especially when it's combined with those Galaga cabinets. But I have owned the Tengen cart for a long time, and it looks like I paid like $20 for it when I got it, which I think was a good price at the time, but it's dropped since then. And it was still in this like shrink wrap or this plastic covering from the store that I bought it in. So that's how I've never played it. And I was like, oh, I opened it up to clean it, and I was like, at least it'll be nice and clean because it's been covered in this plastic for probably like 10 years or however long I've had this. I think I bought it in Boston at a little gaming shop near MIT when I was visiting my friend Amy. And and I opened it up and the thing was covered in this like brown dust. I don't even know, some kind of brown dust. It was really nasty. Yeah, Miss Pac-Man was dirty. Yeah, so I've never played the NES version. This actually looks really cool. Like I've never seen this. And I know that there are two versions for the NES. There's the officially licensed version from Namco, and then there's this one, and this one apparently is really good, and the other one is kind of bare bones and crappy. So, hey Michael, how are you? Hey Solid Nate. So I should probably just get started. I am using tonight, because it's an arcade game, I figured I'd use a joystick. And although it looks like an NES Advantage, it is not an NES Advantage. I really actually don't like the NES Advantage because of the rubber membranes and everything. It's just really soft. So this is a Retrobit power stick, which actually uses mechanical switches, almost arcade quality, almost Sansa style, Sanwa style, not Sansa. This is in Game of Thrones. Sanwa style arcade buttons, but not quite. And I picked this one thinking that I might mod it with actually arcade buttons, and I might still do that at some point. But I don't use it often enough to warrant the like $25 it would cost me in parts and the labor to actually go ahead and do that. But I might one day. It's pretty nice though. It's nicer than the NES Advantage, I think. Just no turbo. It wasn't enough to put a bow on Pac-Man to indicate femininity. It had to add lipstick, eyelashes, and beauty mark too. Now, I was reading an article recently about Ms. Pac-Man and how it came about, because it was originally done by a group of college kids, I think, who were making a game that was like Pac-Man. They basically ripped off Pac-Man, filed off the serial numbers, made all these enhancements to the mazes and the everything, and then they somehow got on the radar of Namco, and Namco was like, this is really good, like let's make this an actual Pac-Man sequel. And so then they made a Ms. Pac-Man. So there was like this whole article about it. Let's see if I can find it at some point. You missed Solid Nate's stream. He was streaming Hardcore, right? Yeah, I missed it too. So I was thinking of, I should just start. I was thinking of streaming Monster Party after this, but I'm really wiped. It's been a long day. I haven't been getting enough sleep this week. I need to be up early, and tomorrow's going to be kind of busy, so I'm probably just going to cap it at an hour tonight. And, you know, I've got this last push to get through one more deadline, and then hopefully next week I'll have more time for games and streams. Connection's getting awful. Okay, sounds good. Hopefully nothing's wrong on my end. I think everything looks okay here. Have fun. You guys should just hang out. This is just Miss Pac-Man. I appreciate you coming in, though. Have a good time. All right, let me just get started. We know what Miss Pac-Man is. Sorry, it's going to be a little bit loud because I'm, like I said, mechanical switches on the thing, and I've got it right next to the microphone. I can move the mic, I guess. That might help. So yeah, I'm just tired. My evening's been. If you guys saw my Twitter with the picture of my son and his yogurt hand, that's kind of how my evening's been going. So is this not starting? Okay, there we go. So yeah, there's all these options that you don't get on the Namco version. You can do multiplayer, which is kind of nice. I guess use this. I did not look up the manual for this. Actually, I tried to find the manual for this, and I couldn't find the Tengen one. But it's also Miss Pac-Man, so I figured I didn't really need anything like that. I don't know what Pack Booster is. I'm just going to do normal, Maze Selection, Arcade. So that's interesting, because there's like a bunch of different versions here. It's kind of neat. Alright, I'm just going to do this. Yeah, we'll just go with the basic. Oh, sure, definitely GWN, anytime. Alright, here we go. I'm not going to be free for playing Ruby until like sometime next week. All right, this is Miss Pac-Man. This looks really nice though. Like it controls really well, really clean. And the A and the B buttons don't do anything in this, right? It's just pretty much the joystick. That makes sense. So when you guys play Miss Pac-Man, do you use your left hand on the joystick, or do you use your right hand on the joystick? Oh, that cherry's getting away. Let's go over here. I have no idea about any like strategies. I've actually never really been good at these. I just enjoy them. Whoa, here we go. There was another article I saw about how people actually used arcade machines. Like they would lean on them. Uh-oh. Oh, that was a mistake. Like there were pictures of how people would put their left hand, I guess, on the arcade machine and lean against it. Okay. Let me check the chat. Can I pause? Yes. Okay. Left hand, but you're left-handed, right? Hey, Black Gift, how are you? We were really close. We came pretty close to the end of the game, for sure. I think we can get through to one more session. At least one playthrough. I'm not sure what's going on with the stick. I think that the ball top is like rotating when I'm pushing it, which is maybe what it's supposed to do. I don't know. So yeah, like I said, I have no strategy with this. Oh boy, here we go. The other thing with this retrobit knockoff of the NES Advantage is you can actually lock the gates so that you can only do like horizontal, four controls, 4 directions instead of 8. But I haven't done that, so that's why some of these things are not going well. I'm like not quite hitting the directions that I need. Probably I should just go back to like an NES controller and it'll be all good. Wait, I want that fruit. I want that. Oh wait, it's getting away. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh boy! Looks like a Celeste strawberry. Oh no! What? Strawberry? Strawberry's gone. Okay. Didn't know what the holding the. I'm sorry. So this is pretty neat. I like this. It's a pretty cool version of Miss Pac-Man, I think. I don't have the Namco version, but I don't feel like I need it. It might be interesting to try out the Namco version on the EverDrive, though, just to compare how it handles compared to this. Is that a tomato? Come here, tomato. Yeah, I'm sure there's like actual strategy involved in this game. But you got me. Oof. Oh, about the advantage. Yeah, not the actual advantage, but like this knockoff, the Retrobit power stick. Oh, game over. That's it? Jeez, okay. Oh, the EverDrive. So if you want to get the EverDrive, there's a new version of the EverDrive coming out pretty soon. Well, actually, I don't know if it's coming out pretty soon. Probably sometime next year. But Crix, the designer, is working on a new version that will actually supposedly be better. Better support, like you can fit larger ROMs on there. Just overall better support. And I don't think I'm gonna upgrade. If I did, I would probably sell the old one. But I think I'm okay with the one that I have. But it's absolutely worth it. If you know what though, it's almost November, right? So wait until Black Friday. Usually there's a 20% off sale at Crix's website for the EverDrives, and I think Stone Age Gamer, where I got mine, has the same deal. So that's usually the best time to get one. I was going to get the GBA EverDrive this year, but I just got the I just got the Easy Flash. So I'm gonna probably just use that one instead. Which actually, I wonder, the SD card's probably in my mailbox. Anyway, I don't have time to mess around with that tonight, but. So yeah, you should totally wait, just because it's like less than a month, right? So yeah, just wait for the next sale for sure. Stone Age Gamer or Crix's website will have them. Let's try that again. Why won't it let me? You have to actually go through the attract screen. Okay. It's also starting to pour outside, so I don't know if you can hear the rain. Let's see. There's a bunch of stuff. So Adam, if you're still in here, can you plug your stream that you're doing this Sunday, is it? I will try to stop in, but I need to write a lot this weekend, so I probably won't be able to hang out for very long. But Adam is doing a charity stream with his brother Eric for, I think it's Extra Life. And they'll be playing Remnant from the Ashes, which I really want to get back to after I get past these deadlines. My plan is to finish Ocarina of Time, finally. Oh wait, I want that cherry, don't I? I'm using my left hand now. Finish Ocarina of Time, I hope, and then I'm going to go back to Remnant. So this Sunday morning, Remnant from the Ashes, extra live stream. Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'll try to drop in for a little bit. I'll probably need like that'll be my short break in writing, if I can allow myself one of those. I basically need to revise a novel by like Tuesday. And it's going to be rough. Actually, I don't know how rough it's going to be. I know what I need. I got notes, and I know that there's some big things I need to change, but I'm hoping that it'll be manageable. Whoa. Oh, that was close. So if anyone here's a Ms. Pac-Man aficionado, let me know what you think of how this thing holds up. It's interesting that the table has to scroll. The maze has to scroll a little bit. Oh no. Oh, so close. But it's pretty... instead of making it a horizontal screen like in Pac-Man, I think it works pretty well though. Yeah, and apparently that Remnant is selling like hotcakes. I think it just passed like 1 million sales, which is great. And yes, as you said, it's a shame that you don't get royalties for these sorts of things. I want to use arcade sticks on NES more often, like for games that can use it. Like I was trying it. I actually did do better in Galaga when I started using an arcade stick. At least this one. And I'd like to, I think I might try using it for like Dragon Spirit. Maybe some shooters. Like in general, I feel like you should be able to beat it with a regular NES controller, but some of these games really are better with a joystick, I think. Whoa. Alright, whoop, let's go over here. No! Whoa, oh! Alright, I'm gonna finish this level and then I'll check the chat. Okay. It'll be the tail end of his 24-hour stream, so it's like 8 a.m. Eastern. Oh, okay. Wow, that'd be pretty early, but I should be up and I should be writing by then, I hope. Hey DJ, did I say hi to you before, DJ? Hi, welcome. Hey GWN, I played a little bit of Remnant on a stream with Cora a while back, so if you want to check my videos, you can see a little bit of it, but I know there's tons of videos for it out there. And I think the patch, I think I got the patch, so it should be good to go. I start actually, and it is working because I tried it the other day and I was able to go through that portal. So, wait, you think the Namco version is better? I think you're the only person I've ever heard to say that. But that seems reasonable. Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that they like the Namco version more. That's cool. I have no preference yet. This one I think people are happier with because it has more like features. Like there's all these different options you can have at the beginning of the game. Ah. Fool. It's interesting that even the off-screen stuff is down at the bottom and scrolls away, so you can't see it when you're playing. Yeah, I'm having some trouble with the stick, and it's not... I don't think it's the stick's fault. I'm not really used to using a joystick. That was pretty bad. Okay. Yep. A hardcore mode. Holy cow. Yeah, see, look at all these things. You can do 2 players, which I don't know if you can do that in the regular one. And then pack booster. Oh, I think you can go faster. Oh, let's try that. Okay, game difficulty normal. I guess you can do easy, hard. Wow, okay. And then you've got these different mazes. Let's stick with arcade for now. And we can move this to 2, I guess. High score. Yeah, let's try this pack booster thing. I don't know what that is. So, just gonna move along here, blah, blah, blah. And then what happens if I hit A? Oh, you go faster. Look at that. That's like cheating. Whoa! It's like in Tailspin, when Baloo hits that button on the Sea Duck and it goes faster for a little while. I don't know how long you can use that thing for, though. It's pretty neat. Adds an interesting new mechanic to the game. I kind of botched that one. Totally abusing this. I guess there's no real limit on how often you can use that thing. It's pretty neat though. Since it's a point-based game, I would recommend trying to eat more ghosts. True. I've never really been into... See, the funny thing is, for arcade games, I've never really cared that much about the points. Which is maybe why I've never really been that into really basic arcade games. I'm getting more into some of them. Mostly I care about, like, how far can I get? How many stages can I get through? How long can I last? See, the tricky thing was with the ghosts is I thought that as soon as you eat them, they then come back out again and they're alive. So that's why I've never really bothered to do that too much. Like, I like eating them to dispose of them for a little while. You eat them and they go into the center, and then suddenly they're back on the playing field. I'm not, you know, Billy Mitchell or anything. Darn it. So let's see, what other news? What else is going on? Super exciting today. I don't know if you guys have heard this or if you've heard me talk about it before. There's this web series called Crontendo, which this guy whose his online name is Dr. Sparkles. He's been chronicling every NES and Famicom game since the you know, the Famicom debuted, in chronological order. Every single game, he plays it, he talks about it, he shows footage of it. It's really, really good. And obviously there's a lot of crap in there. He's got a wonderful voice. He's got a great sense of humor. He's very dedicated, of course. And for one reason or another, he's had a lot of family issues, so he's taken like a two-year break. So he's done 50 episodes of Crontendo. He's covered, I feel like he does like maybe a dozen. It's been a while. I'm not sure how many he does. He does maybe a dozen games per episode. So that's a lot of episodes that he's done. And I believe he's done about 52 of them. And then he took like a 2-year break. Just because he was too busy and stuff was going on. So, oh, there's a pretzel. I want that pretzel. This pack boost is really, quite literally a game changer. So yeah, he's taking a break, and he's up to like episode 53, which just dropped today. I'm really excited about this, and I believe the timing of it is such that, you know, it's for Halloween, and I think it covers Castlevania 3. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. I watched most of them because there's so many of them. I watched most of them while I was doing like dishes and stuff when I was packing my son's breakfast and lunch and everything when he was younger. I mean, this was like 2 years ago, right? And but this one, like, I'm really excited about this. I want to sit down and actually get to enjoy it. Apple. These ghosts are moving pretty fast now. Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy. Yikes. I don't know how you'd even do that without a pack booster. Okay, great. So yeah, Crontendo, if you haven't checked it out, like, check it out. It's really cool. And it came, I found it just about when I was getting back into retro gaming as a hobby, and so it was a really good way to get me excited about Nintendo games again, introduce me to a bunch of games I'd never heard of before. It caused me to buy a lot of games, like right off the bat. It's just it's really fun series. Yeah, Crontendo, and he does I think he's not doing Genesis. I think he's doing TurboGrafx maybe, so he's doing Cron Turbo, which I haven't checked out yet. Ooh, this is pretty. I like the variety of boards. I mean, I know they're basically just changing the colors and stuff, but there is a different layout here, and it's kind of neat. I should maybe try out the Namco version after this, just to see. Alright, this pack boost kind of makes me feel like I'm completely cheating. Alright, let's try turning that. Oh, you can also do always on. New high score. I don't know what level I was just on. Was that like 4 or something like that? Let's try. Let's see some other versions here. Maze Selection Mini. Let's see what that is. Oh, okay. So it's just a smaller board? Oh, I started on 2 this time. Okay. Huh. So this fits on the screen, mostly. I did turn off the pack boost. Okay, it still does scroll a little bit. I tried to eat that dot. That's not a dot. That's part of the maze. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, that was a pretty cool color combo, DJ. Yeah, I think towards the end of the stream, I'll switch over to the Namco version on the EverDrive, and we can compare it. I'm curious now. Yeah, this is very pretty. Interesting board selection here. I mean, I can see that this game would have more value for people who bought it if they're really into Ms. Pac-Man. Okay. Let's go over here. Hope you guys are having fun. I love that DuckTales picture you guys sent over. The DuckTales pictures. It's kind of a weird thing because it's got like new Scrooge and old Launchpad. Oh no. Oh no. Ah. Yeah, I'll pop in the Namco version after this. After we've exhausted all the options here. Is it even... It's not keeping my high scores, though, is it? Or I guess every time I switch modes, it's not keeping the high score. Oh, this is interesting. Oops, see? You need to watch DuckTales Great White North. Are you gonna get the Disney Plus thing? I wonder if it'll be on there. It may not be. It'd be neat if it was. It's a really good show. Oh, I want that pretzel, but I don't want to go over there. I think some of it's free online. I should have gone for the pretzel first. I mean, I had to sign up for the Disney thing just because we have a kid. And they have a lot of shows that I'm very interested in, of course. Like Disney Afternoon stuff. Though I own a bunch of them on disc, of course, at this point. Ah! Oh, wait. I thought that apple was a ghost, so I turned away from it. It is a pretty good price, and I prepaid like a year ahead of time. I just paid for a year, so there's a little bit cheaper. Yeah, I thought the apple was a ghost. Okay. Let's try big. Excuse me. Missed the second Red Delicious. Okay. So this is big. Oh, is it bigger than a regular stage? I think they maybe added a little bit in the middle there. It's pretty neat. Yeah, they definitely made this a bigger stage here. It's interesting. It's nice that they didn't just like phone it in. some thought into this. Uh-oh. I think my challenge with the joystick is that I need to make bigger motions with the controller, and I'm used to trying to like just kind of tap like this is the direction I want to go in, and this one I actually have to, I think, commit to it and just like push the joystick that direction. Oh boy, oh boy. That's not good. Wow, okay. Crap, I'm missing some of these turns. Oh, oh no. Don't see how I can justify getting Disney Plus, assuming it's even released here in Thailand, unless the entire family wants Disney Plus over Netflix. I think we're just staying with Netflix. Yeah, the problem is, I don't know, there's some shows on Disney. So right now we have, mostly because of the kid, we have Netflix, and we have like a very basic Hulu, and actually we have Hulu to watch The Good Place as well. And we also have, I think that might be all that we're paying for, and then we're sharing some other accounts, I guess. Oh no, we've got Amazon Prime too, but that's for more than just the streaming stuff. As evil as Amazon is. So we have like 3 services, and between those, among those 3, we have a lot covered. But a lot of the Disney stuff has moved off of Netflix and will be continuing to move off of Netflix, so we won't be able to watch stuff like Moana and things like that. So, and it's probably in the long run it'd be easier to just buy the movies that we want and not have to stream them. But I don't know. It's definitely getting a bit absurd with all of the expenses. Like I don't really have much interest in like the Marvel Cinematic Universe TV shows that are debuting as part of the Disney Plus. I don't really care about the Star Wars stuff. Like, I might watch them, but they're not really a huge draw for me. And then there's the HBO Max thing, which is just making me angry, because a lot of cool stuff is moving there, and a lot of stuff is just going to be exclusive there for a while. Yeah, Good Place is awesome, Michelle. You don't have Hulu, GWN? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, this is a really pretty table. I like this one. Oops. Not edible anymore. I mean, I'm just not used to the fruit moving around like that. It's moving around like a ghost. Fruit doesn't do that. Ah! Fruit is not supposed to bounce around like that. Oh, turned the wrong way. Shudder is not as good here. I don't know what Shudder is. I didn't know Hulu was exclusive. But Hulu is going to be like part of the Disney Plus package. Or I guess there's a separate thing that you can get with it. So I'm not sure. They might integrate them at some point. It's interesting because Hulu has a bunch of exclusives. So how would you watch something like Handmaid's Tale? Like, that's on Hulu, right? Is that available through some other service, or are they licensing that through somewhere else? I guess that's true. Like, Star Trek Discovery is part of some other packages outside of America. Yeah, that's the other thing. Star Trek Discovery, like CBS, All Access. I was sharing with a friend, and I guess we'll continue to do that probably, because I'm gonna want to watch like Star Trek Picard. I'm still behind on Twilight Zone because she turned off the service before I quite finished it. But I may also just try to get like a free trial maybe to finish watching it. There's just too many streaming services. I think this is one of those cases where, you know, we're supposed to be careful what we wished for. Oh boy. Yeah, I haven't seen Handmaid's Tale yet. Oh, your Netflix does have Star Trek Discovery. Yeah, you know, there's just too many different services now. I feel like there might be some blowback where suddenly people are like, oh, let's watch broadcast TV again, but probably not. The whole commercials thing is pretty, like, having to sit through commercials is pretty bothersome. I actually need to upgrade our Hulu so we can get rid of the commercial breaks for good plays while we're watching that. Let's see, what else is there? Strange. Let's try Strange and see what that's all about. I'm gonna put the pack booster back on. Most content creators don't realize that if they don't release something in a given territory, it lets pirates have the whole market. Absolutely. I'd be like, I want to give you money. Let me pay you for this. And if you don't let me pay you, give you money for it, then, and I really want to see it, I'll figure it out. Although I'm so far behind on everything, I haven't pirated like a show for years and years and years. The one time I pirated something, like the last thing I pirated, I think, I had missed an episode of Arrow, and it went off of Hulu or whatever service it was on. So like the one that I needed to see had dropped off. I'm like, well, it was free. It was online. It was broadcast for free, you know, on regular television. I should be able to download this and not have a problem and not feel guilty about it. And so I downloaded it, and of course I got flagged by like the Warner Brothers because they're watching that stuff. I'm like, but it was free in the first place. So I don't know. Kind of miss my VHS or my DVD recorder and just recording stuff on broadcast. Discovery is my Trek. Discovery is really good, Michelle. I like it a lot. It's I think it's still TNG for me, and then probably the original series mostly, and then Deep Space Nine, and then, well, let's see. Do I like Discovery more than the original series? No, that's sacrilegious. I might like Discovery. No, I think Deep Space Nine and Discovery are maybe tied. I don't know. And then probably Voyager, and then Enterprise. I haven't finished watching Enterprise. Is this going to remember that I chose Strange? Yes, let's try Strange. Does this look strange? How is this strange? Just looks like any other maze. Just like any other maze. You'd think there'd be like weird physics or something going on. That would be an interesting change to the gameplay. Suddenly your controls are going backwards or something. I put the pack boost back on, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Tossed didn't age well. Yeah, a lot of it didn't. Need to finish Deep Space Nine. You haven't finished DS9? Yeah, I was really sorry that we lost, Aaron Eisenberg. I didn't realize he had all those health problems. Let's see, what other stuff is going on? What other news? Video game news. So, Crontendo. Oh, ah! Oh, brr. Not doing well on this one. The Kickstarter for Project Blue is still up. I played the demo a little bit the other day, and it's really fun, really good. Reminds me a little bit of Battle Kid, but not as punishing so far, but it's definitely challenging, and the controls are really tight. So if you like Mega Man and that sort of thing, I think you'd probably enjoy it. I think I will do a live stream of the demo. Have to be after next week, but I'll do that if folks are interested in it. Chasing ducks in the pool, like Disney ducks. Yeah, Project Blue is awesome, and I also just picked up. There's this great game. I don't know if you guys know Robotron, like the arcade. Oh, you can't go through there. Oh, that is strange. It's like a twin stick shooter type game, arcade game, and this guy, Sogos Productions, his name's Bo. He made a game called Spookatron, which is basically an NES version of that game, and you can play it with 2 NES controllers using 2 D-pads, or you could use a Super NES controller if you have some way to play use Super NES controllers on a Nintendo console. There's like an adapter you can get, or you can get an adapter or a modified. Wow, that is really weird. Get a modified Virtual Boy controller, which had 2 D-pads. Oh crap! Oh, you can't squeeze through those things. That was fast. Okay, interesting. So yeah, you can get a Virtual Boy controller and play it on that. The Kickstarter ended like, I want to say it was like 2 years ago or around then. And I've been waiting to buy it for a while. And today he finally announced that you can actually just go and order it. So I went and ordered it. And it's got pretty simplistic graphics. Like it's a very small sprite and like lots of things moving on screen. But it's a pretty frenetic game. There's like 100 levels, and you can make your own levels if you want to. You post a video to Twitter. Okay, cool. All right, let's see what other modes are in here. Arcade. Okay. I kind of like this pack booster thing, but it also just feels like I'm cheating. I'm going to play one more normal arcade version of this, and then I'll switch over to the Namco version, and we'll see how that compares to it. But overall, I like this. It's really cool. If I were going to play Miss Pac-Man, I think I would not mind popping this in. I don't think I have a way of playing Miss Pac-Man on console. Probably in one of my Namco collections. It's got to be in one of those, right? Oops. Oh. That was silly. But I have a bunch of the Namco collections. I have like one on the Wii. I've got a bunch of the Game Boy, like DS versions. And it's probably, I know I have some Namco collections on the PlayStation Classic. And I bought the Namco collection on the Switch mainly to have a portable version of Galaga. Like, so normally I want physical versions of all the games that I buy, or as many of the games that I buy as I can. But that one, I decided that I didn't want a physical version of the Namco collection. I mean, I wouldn't mind one, but I specifically wanted the digital version because then Galaga would always be on my Switch. So I don't have to switch games or anything like that if I'm on the go. Because I'm on the go so often, and I bring my Switch out with me. And there's some other games on there that I want to play. There's like the Rolling Thunder and Rolling Thunder 2, and actually Rolling Thunder 2 might not be on there. Splatterhouse. Namco makes the Tales games? I don't think I knew that. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm also thinking about like what do I want to stream when I get past my deadline. So on the one hand, I don't have any big projects lined up. So normally that would be like, oh, that's kind of bad. I should have something to work on. I could get back to one of my novels, and I probably will. But I also don't mind another little break, because it's been about a month of not being... Oh, I'm not doing very well here. A month of not being able to play mini games or stream all that often. So I do want to try to stick with Ocarina of Time and finish that up. Great White North and I are going to finish Ruby, Grim Eclipse. Got a bunch of smaller like PC games I want to wrap up, like Dad Quest. I don't know if I want to stream all these or not. As far as streaming games, like long-term stuff, I was thinking about streaming Knights of the Old Republic, actually, because I never finished it. I never got very far in it. I got distracted by it. And that might be a fun one to watch, especially if people are really interested in, like, Star Wars again. And then there's obviously lots of, like, other NES games and, like, shorter games and Switch games and things to play. I need to play through some of my Switch games to justify all the Switch games that I've been buying on sale, so... But, you know, it's tricky because so I've been trying to get to bed a little earlier so I can get up early and write in the mornings, which I've had mixed success with, but I've been thinking about trying to get up early and just playing my video games then instead of staying up super late to do it. Oh boy. Oh, wow, I made it. Oh my gosh. Oh, crap. And there is a new high score there. Okay. That's fine. But I don't know if I should stream early in the morning. It might be interesting to try it and see who shows up. Knights of the Old Republic, KOTOR. Yeah, so I might stream that. Because I know some folks will be interested in watching that. Cora and my friend Chris, I think, would watch. And then maybe if I stick with it, I'll actually finish it. I was thinking about Remnant, and I'm actually not sure that Remnant would be a good game to stream. Oh my gosh. Just because of the last time we played it, I think that I'm going to start my game over again, because I actually want to read all the lore and stuff, and I felt like I needed to rush through that because we were streaming. And also it was kind of hard to read on stream. There we go. I think that's that. So I might start it over again. I don't think I'm going to stream that one because I don't think there'd be that much interest in that. Yeah, hard to read lore on stream. I think I just want to take my time with it. It feels really like the world seems really involved and like immersive, and I think I want to like just explore that and enjoy it. All right, I'm going to switch to the Namco version right quick, and we can see how that compares, and then we'll see how I'm feeling after that. All right, so hold on one second, guys. I'll be right back. Not a ton of lore, but it's dropped in big chunks. So when you find a book or something, it's like a 10-minute read. Yeah, you know, I wanted to spend my time with it. And I felt like, okay, we got to skim through this. That's quite the tune. I think that music is that like game. I think it's like the GameCube music. Something like that. All right. There we go. See how this compares. Huh. Okay, so you do have a 2-player mode. It looks like you can switch between arcade and hard. And that's about it. I like the title screen though. That's pretty nice. Yeah, the GameCube OS menu music. All right, let's try this. Oh, okay. That's quite a bit uglier than the other one. It's a much smaller maze. At least they've managed to squeeze it on screen. The proportions seem weird. I mean, the controls feel about the same. It feels slower. It feels a bit slower than the other one. Oh, okay. Nah. The other one looked better. Yeah, I feel like that's the general consensus. But we'll see. This looks more like the Pac-Man version that we got on NES. I think the other one sounded better too. Oh, okay. My controls. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at the joystick, I guess. I mean, I think it's me. I think it's me. It's not the game. The other one definitely looked better. This is definitely slower. Yeah, they did fit if they did fit everything on screen for sure. But this looks like Pac-Man, like the NES Pac-Man that we all know and love, or know anyway. The one that gets put on things that pretend that they're the arcade version, but it's actually the NES ROM. Okay. Yeah, this is really weird compared to the other one. It's a very different game, though. It's a very different version. Alright, if I saw this cheap, I might pick it up just for, you know, completion's sake, because it's totally a different game. But, oh, The AI seems more annoying in this, though. Not sure what's up with that. Yikes! No pack boost or anything here. Ms. Pac-Man and the ghosts are the same as the original, said look too big for the map. Yes, they totally do. Like, it just looks really strange. Like, she doesn't even fit in those corridors, really. She's, like, overlapping with them a little bit. At least they changed the colors. This one doesn't look too bad. That green was really ugly. I wouldn't have led with the green. I'm gonna regret leaving those behind. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I think the other one just felt more polished. No, 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 God, no, 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 oh no, ah! Yeah. Flashing. Okay, this is interesting. Dope. So this is actually my second live stream of the day. This afternoon I did a live stream for work. We had been talking about doing a live chat with like a doctor, talk about a different, you know, health topic, and so we did one today. The fruit doesn't look as good in this game. And I was the only one who had any like expertise or anything with streaming. So I did a Facebook Live event, and I think it went pretty well. Like, it didn't screw up. I didn't screw anything up. It ran properly. I got to make an overlay for it. We used OBS, like I used for my live streams and everything. It was kind of neat because it was like this hobby ended up being something that I was able to use professionally, you know. And but it was funny, like we couldn't run it from the office because there's a firewall in the office, and they wouldn't let me. I couldn't connect to the Facebook servers, so I had to do it from home, which certainly was more convenient. But yeah, so it went pretty well. It was kind of neat. Semi on topic to my work. Told a Ruby fan about my book. Thanks, Michelle. Did I tell you guys I met so my son, he's at a new school where like all the kids are basically mixed, like different ages. And I went to an event a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was longer ago than that. It was last month. And one of the older kids came up to me and like asked if I was his dad. I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm a big fan of Ruby. I'm like, really? Like, I mean, not like really you're a fan of Ruby, but like really, how did you know who I am? And like, and you read my book? Like, that's pretty cool. So that never really gets old. Well, mainly because it doesn't happen to me that often. It's not like I've gotten like used to it or jaded or anything like that. It's kind of neat to run into fans out in the wild like that. Yikes. Actually, this was pretty funny too. I don't know if I've told this story before, but when we first moved out here, we needed to go to a work event like last minute that we hadn't really planned for, and so we really needed to find a babysitter. And you know, I went on care.com. I was looking for a babysitter, and I found one that their last name was Myers, and the first name was Cora's original name. Her birth name, and so I was like, okay, that's kind of a weird coincidence. And their dog was named Rogue, and Rogue is Cora's favorite X-Men character. And so I was like, okay, this is really neat. We should totally. I totally hired these people based on a completely random coincidence in terms of their names and everything. And then they showed up, or she showed up, and we were talking, and when she came, she was like, oh, my husband read your book. So he had read Fair Coin. So randomly he had just read my book, and possibly he read it because they have the same last name. Like, I don't know how he found it. Probably found it through IR9 or something like that, but it was just like a really weird coincidence. So, all right, I'll play one more of these. I definitely like the other version better, and I feel like this game is slower but also harder. Somehow. This plays about the way that I play Pac-Man, like about as well as I play Pac-Man. I'm hitting the wrong directions a lot on this thing. Oh my gosh, what? Ah! Go get the pellet. I think the AI in this is different. Or maybe it's just harder because it's more cramped? It feels more cramped. Nuts. Okay, I'm hitting the wrong directions here. Sounds like the family was stalking us. No, but then, you know, she sat for us a couple times. They lived pretty far away, though, and I liked her. You know, she seemed reliable, but I feel like it was too long a distance for her to want to come out here very often. So we keep going through sitters. So okay, now I got to get back to that one lone dot. Oh, chose poorly. Game over. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the other one more. For sure. Try a hard mode. See what makes it harder. Do they just go really fast? Yeah, it's nice to. I think it's nice to get to see them back to back too. I did that with. Well, sometimes I double up on streams. Like if I actually owned the cart for this too, the Namco version, I would have played them both in the same night. Yep, that's no good. But when I did Gauntlet 1 and 2 at the same time. I did Akari Warriors 1 and 2, and then I threw in 3 on the EverDrive too, just kind of compare it. I actually like 3 most of all of them. I actually want to get a copy of 3 at some point. Tengen wins. So what do you think? Tengen is Contraband. What do you think, DJ? Do you still think this is the better version? Do you just feel better about it because it's legit? I mean, it is nice that you can see the whole board for sure. Tengen made some nice games, though. I think their arcade ports are pretty impressive overall. I didn't realize until I was watching Folk Bear. Is that his name? He was playing Gauntlet, and so I was like reading about Gauntlet, and I didn't realize that the Tengen version of Gauntlet for the NES is actually a brand new game and not really a port of the arcade game. Like they basically made it into an RPG kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this. I think next week, I keep saying this, I think next week is Mystery Quest. Pretty sure it's Mystery Quest. We're running out of M's pretty soon. And then we'll get into Nightmare on Elm Street next month. Just barely missing Halloween. Mystery Quest is coming soon. Everyone else is making noise. Sorry, I've just been blathering the whole time. Alright, let's see. As an arcade player, it's just a very different game when you start scrolling the screen, I think. Yeah, that's true. So it's hard to accept. Yeah. I picked up, I won't get to play this one for a while, but when I was visiting Colorado and went game hunting with Wes, I picked up Pac-Land. I'm looking forward to playing that. I wish I were better at these games, but they're fun. I think that the problem is, like, even though you play them and you sort of the whole point is to get farther and get a higher score, I like games that have a more direct sense of progression where you can actually finish the game. Yikes. Like a platformer or something like that. Okay, here we go. I really do like Popeye, though. I kind of want to play some more Popeye at some point. I was kind of surprised how much I enjoyed it. I think because it is more like a sort of got this platformer thing going for it. Yeah. They meet. Very weird. Yeah, I like this controller. I think I might have been okay with just a D-pad. So I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. I will not be streaming. And I hope that I will hit my deadline and be free next week. It'll be wonderful. It's going to be a busy weekend for sure. And if you're looking for something to watch, I'm sure someone else is streaming. You can check out Retro Game Brews over on the Twitch. They're probably still doing Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I think the Renaissance is streaming Castlevania 2 tonight. He's trying to do a no-death run. Might still be there. I can't watch that anyway because I still have to play through Castlevania 2. So I don't want to really be spoiled. Yeah, these guys are much more Do you think the AI in this is different, DJ? Oh, Pub-Eye is tough for you to get into. I'm trying again. I'm just playing. Hey, pretzel. Yeah, I need to stop. I'm gonna stop after this. Oh, ow. Yeah, it's hard to quit, isn't it? Isn't it hard to quit? I really did want to play more either Monster Party, or I was thinking about starting Haunted Halloween 86 tonight, but I need to get to bed. Up way too late. I think the thing that messed me up was playing Batman on Game Boy the other night. That kind of wrecked my whole sleep quota for the week. Fun game. That was a mistake. Oh, you can't hear me. Oh, you were saying that I was silent. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a choice. Yeah, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. It's fine. Folk Ravenbear, that's what his name is. I just remembered. Oops, missed the apple. Oh, that's harsh. Alright, that's it. That's some really crappy pixel art. The pretzel is way uglier than the Tengen version. Yeah, for sure. I think all the fruit looks weird. The apple looked okay, I guess. Yeah, I think Tengen wins in my book for sure. But anyway, I actually am pretty tired, so I'm gonna call it. Thanks, guys, so much. Again, check out Adam, Eric Heine's stream on Sunday morning at 8 a.m. if you're up. Or I guess all that weekend, so he'll be streaming Saturday night as well. So he's doing a 24-hour stream. 24 hours? How is he going to do that? 24-hour stream for, I guess, Child's Play or whatever his charity is. And I'll try to pop in a little bit when I can. And Saturday morning all the way through the night. Holy cow. I hope he has other people to stream with him, because that's a long time. I'd really like to do that sometime. I want to do a Child's Play thing at some point. But, yeah, and there's the link. And put the link in there. But, yeah, thanks DJ. Thanks, Great White North. Thank you, Disney Dame and Michelle and Adam. Michael, good night. Thank you, Solid Nate. Have a good one. I will see you guys later on this weekend, probably on streams, and next week for Wednesday night's I guess Mystery Quest. All right, take care. Good night. Oh, hi Nicole. Hi. I'm leaving. I'm signing off. It's yeah, no, it was fun. How'd you guys do? I was there rooting for you for a little bit. I think you were up to like 5 or 6 or something when I had to go. I was trying to make a donation and I couldn't get it to work. But excellent. Congratulations. I will have to check the stream later. All right, I'm going to bed myself. I'm wiped. Demolished by Rerun. It looked fun. Luke is amazing in live streams. He's really becoming, like, his personality is really coming through. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Take care. All right. Good night. Thank you.